BBC London.
Sorry, bear with me just 1 second.
Let me just go see the. Hey, buddy. Let's go see the globalists arriving, and then I'll come back. I'm here for 3 days.
You probably want to interview guys with T-shirts, don't you, rather than
And I
guys.
wanted that shot actually.
Yeah.
It was a really nice shot there, that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Alex.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Do you want to put Ken Clarke in jail?
I'm sorry. What?
Do you want to put Ken Clarke in jail? In 2009, from me to Ken Clarke, to give him the lowdown as to why he shouldn't attend Bilderberg. I get a response to it. I've got it in my bag.
And he said it was okay.
He says, "Don't understand. It's a conspiracy theory. Blah 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 blah."
Oh, it doesn't exist.
No. He just says it's just a chatting shop, you know, teas and cakes and all the rest of it. And he says, but we don't make any policy there. So
It's taking me 30 minutes to get up the hill.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Fast forward to
I'm
2012.
going to be here 3 days.
Yeah. Fast forward to 2012. The Treasury of the UK, Treasury of the UK turns around and says that they cannot release information because it's with regard to the formulation of government policy. Freedom of Information Act.
Who released that?
The Treasury.
So you talked to them and they said no policy is being made, and then they refused your Freedom of Information Act and said it's government policy.
Someone a couple of years later asked the question about Bilderberg and George Osborne's attendance, and your man, the Treasury, turned around and said they can't release it. 35(1)(a) of the Freedom of Information Act, the formation of government policy.
Well, listen, do you have copies of all that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, listen, that's great. I need to get a better camera to show that, so I'll come back down here. It'll take me 10 minutes to get up the hill.
Yep.
Because I have to talk, and then I got to come back down. But I'd like to show us all that, or come with us up there. I'll find my people.
Say hi, Alex.
Hey, how you doing?
Can I delay you 1 second?
Hey, Mark.
Yvonne Hall from BBC London News.
Hey, Alex, we appreciate your hard work.
Yvonne Hall from BBC London News.
Sure.
Just include that.
I then spoke with Michael Meacher in front of a Finnish film crew about it, and he concurred, and advised me to send the info to John Burko, Speaker, and copy Meacher in on it. You see, this is what it's about: the Code of Conduct for Members of Parliament. Duties of members. By virtue of the oath or affirmation of allegiance taken by all members when they are elected to the House, members have a duty to be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen. That's interesting, but there's more to that. Her heirs and successors according to law. Members have a duty to uphold the law, including the general law against discrimination. Members have a general duty to act in the interests of the nation as a whole, and a special duty to their constituents. Members should act on all occasions in accordance with the public trust placed in them. They should always behave with probity and integrity, including in their use of public resources. Integrity. Holders of public office should not place themselves under any financial or other obligation to outside individuals or organizations that might influence them in the performance of their official duties. Openness. Holders of public office should be as open as possible about all the decisions and actions that they take. They should give reasons for their decisions and restrict information only when the wider public interest clearly demands. Honesty. Holders of public office have a duty to declare any private interests relating to their public duties and to take steps to resolve any conflicts arising in a way that protects the public interest. Information which members receive in confidence in the course of their parliamentary duties should be used only in connection with those duties. Such information must never be used for the purpose of financial gain. Bilderberg 2003. Which, as usual, Ken Clarke, amongst others in the British government, attended. And the following is what they were told precisely. An influential Jewish European banker reveals that the ruling elite in Europe is now telling their minions that the West is on the brink of total financial meltdown. Remember, this is 2003. So the only way to save their precious investments is to bet on the new global crisis centered around the Middle East, which replaced the crisis evolving around the Cold War. So then what does Ken Clarke do in January 2007? He becomes an advisor to Centaurus Capital hedge fund, a huge hedge fund. He not only becomes advisor, you can bet your bottom dollar he actually makes the investments that the Jewish international banker just before at the Bilderberg conference told him to invest in. Now, I have been advocating for approximately 3 years now that the way to attack Bilderberg and everything else is to attack Clarke. Why? Because like an Achilles heel, you make one of the blocks fall and the rest come down in sequence.